brought this up. How do we feel about the new assistant coach? Well, my friend, hold on. Let me change some things. Once again, for the people watching that's outside of the live stream, I am on my laptop, so I'm sorry for the quality. Where is it? Is it this one? Oh, here's the original post. All right, so this is from Mark Stein. The Spurs are expected to hire Corliss Williamson as an assistant coach on new head coach. As an assistant coach on new head coach Mitch Johnson's staff, league sources tell. So this is actually a really great pickup, like a ridiculously great pickup, okay? Because I remember Mr. Williamson, okay, from the 2004 Pistons, and he was a phenomenal defender. He knows defense, okay? He absolutely knows defense. So that is huge to add him to the squad, especially when the Spurs have an identity that's tailored towards defense. Now, you can say what you want. You can say what you want about, individual players. They're all young. It is what it is. But I will say that the Spurs kind of started with Jeremy Sohan. Some people would say Devin Vassell, but I don't think Devin Vassell is like a phenomenal defender, right? I think he's a good defender. I think he's a above average defender, but he's not like a pillar of defense. You know what I mean? But I do think it started with Sohan because we brought him in mainly because, yeah, he has upside offensively. There's plenty of things that you can see offensively where you're like, oh, we could really work on that, right? But mainly because of how elite he was on the defensive end, where he could just do so many different things. He can guard so many different positions. That's why they grabbed him. They were like, this is an elite defender. And they started with that, and I feel like it just branched off from there, right? Now we've gotten 2 seasons in a row of getting great defenders. Well, I would say that Sohan is an elite defender. I would say Wemby's a tier higher than elite. I don't know what he is. He's extraterrestrial, right? Like, I don't know. And then I would say our boy Castle is a great defender, right? So, like, it kind of started with that. So I'm really digging that, man. I really like that they did that. So if you want to know a little bit about Williamson here, hopefully he helps our perimeter defense better. I feel like our perimeter, I might be wrong, but I feel like our perimeter defense this season was quite better, but we probably still have PTSD from like a few seasons ago. So he had 2 stints with the Kings and also played for the Pistons, 76ers, and Raptors over a 12-year career in the league. Former 6th Man of the Year and NBA champion, had a short, largely unsuccessful turn as a head coach at Central Arkansas before joining Sacramento's coaching staff. Since then, he was what crappy luck. Sacramento's coaching staff. He was lieutenant for Frank Vogel in Orlando, and how do you say that coach's name? Kokoskov in Phoenix. That's how you say it, right? Before landing in Minnesota to join Chris Finch's staff 2 years ago. Now he'll make the transition to San Antonio. So I guess the big question here is, are we going to see any more changes? I would feel good. I would feel really good if we see like one more coach, right? Because I really want Mitch Johnson to be able to pick his coaching staff, right? So if we can kind of get one more coach in there, I think that we're looking good, right? I'm sure it's a collaborative effort where the front office, along with Mitch, are deciding who they want on that squad. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can add one more person just so I can have peace of mind and say, okay, this is Mitch Johnson's coaching staff. I don't have any doubts, right? But yeah. I just want all the signs to point towards the Spurs trust Mitch Johnson, right? I want all the signs to point towards them trusting Mitch Johnson. Because, guys, remember this, okay? Always remember this. The reason why a lot of teams, at least this is my opinion, okay? I do believe this. I think a lot of teams struggle with coaching, not because their coach doesn't have a great coaching mind or anything like that. I think mostly it comes down to the front office not really trusting the coach, right? Like they have a bad season or something and they're like, okay, we're hiring all the people for you. all right, now you got to make something happen. If you don't, this next guy is going to take over, right? And that I don't care who you are, you're not going to be the best version of yourself when your higher ups don't trust you, right? Trust begets trust. That's very important. I'm actually going to put that in the Spurs invasion video, but trust begets trust. Okay. There are studies out there that shows that when you trust others, they're more likely to be trustworthy, right? Like we have this mindset like, oh, you can't trust anybody. But when you trust others, more often than not, they will be trustworthy. This has been studied. This is out there. There's a study in which I think participant A gives participant B a certain amount money. They get to choose how much to give the stranger. And then that stranger can give money back, and they can double it. They can send more money back. And it actually showed the more money you send to a stranger, way more money you get back, right? So it's like trust begets trust. If you trust people, they're like, oh, you actually trust me? And then they're gonna return the favor. So I think that if the Spurs can show us as many signs as humanly possible that they fully trust Mitch Johnson, that's a good sign. I have no reason to think they don't trust him. I'll say that. But yeah, act like the person you just met is your best friend. Yeah, be curious, man. Be curious. Be kind to him. Oh, you trust on me? I trust on you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is an actual, hold on. We'll end this segment by me showing you this. It's an actual study. Hold on, let me look it up. I don't even know what you call trust begets trust study. Just so you don't think I'm lying. Oh, AI looked it up. Hold on. Is this it? No, well, here's something. Yeah, I think this is the study. I'm not gonna pay for it. Okay, it's a little cut off. Sorry, being on a laptop is kind of weird. But it says social scientists widely believe, this is the abstract, that trust begets trustworthiness, meaning the person reward actions that they view as expressing trust. Yeah. I don't know if it's this. Is it this one? I don't think this is that's not actually the study. I don't think that's actually the study. It's out there though. You can look it up. Or is this it? Sorry, I heard this like years ago. You can look it up though. You can challenge it if you want, but trust does beget trust. All right. Clan, I'm a little hurt we missed on KD. Hopefully they do something. Don't worry about that. It's all right. Don't worry about that.